One thing, I think it's kind of fun. I try to do this before we're kind of getting towards the end. It's something to kind of help you a little bit with EdTPA, and it also um, it's kind of a fun thing to do, and it's a little techy. So I'll explain it here in 1 second. I already sent the notice out, and the old video is actually up because I tried to get it open on Sunday morning just for anyone that wanted to get a really early start. I was in Morgantown. I had a college visit with one of my kids, my only kid, and um, just got back, so I'm recording. So enough of me babbling. Let's go. All right, this week, slowly, I'm recording this at home, and my Mac is dying. A slow death, but it's definitely dying. All right, here we go. Whoops, and of course, a little delay there. Let's click right there. Should have it. You'll see something called virtual field observation. That's a fancy way of saying this week you're going to pick a fictional character from a movie, a television show, and you're going to watch them teach. You may have seen the movie 6 million times and already know the scenes and how they teach and their characteristics and things like that. That is fine. But one thing you have to do, and when you have Dr. Johnson, in case you don't know what EdTPA is, EdTPA is our capstone that you have to do when you're student teaching or doing the second part of residency. And when you're doing this, one thing you have to do is film yourself teaching. I'm not asking you to do that. But in EdTPA, when you do film yourself teaching, you have to do a commentary about it. So what I thought we would do is I want you to pick a fictional character. It could be, the example I cite is like Obi-Wan Kenobi. Obi-Wan Kenobi or Yoda, they were teaching Luke, and you're going to break down certain teaching skills that you know or see in the film. Again, supposed to be fun, creative. There's a lot of different popular characters. I'll show you a few that I've seen. Some of them you can probably off the top of your head already think of a lot. The Harry Potter films have a lot of teachers in them that people go to. Matilda, the film Matilda, believe it or not, I've never seen that, but it is a super popular one. Boy Meets World, I think, was a TV show back in the late 90s, early 2000s. It's very popular because there was a character named Mr. Feeney that a lot of people have done. All those work. But basically, when you go in here, let's scroll down here to week 14. Here's the exercise. If you go in here at the bottom, there is, up there it is. I said at the bottom, but it's right there. It's a Word document. I'm going to open it right now. Maybe. There it is. So slow. um, you're going to observe it. That's it. You're going to talk about a little bit. I would say most of these should have 3 to 4 sentences. Um, some may have more than others, but more is better. Because when you do your commentary in EdTPA, I'm not asking you to write pages upon pages for each one. I'll show you kind of in a sample here in a moment, but you're going to look at something. So for example, if I was going to do Yoda, I would talk about, I'm going to talk about subject matter content. Shows good command of knowledge and of subject matter demonstrates mastery of the subject, so to speak. Yoda is a Jedi master. He has well studied in the ways of the Force. When explaining this to his student or students, Yoda is always clear and cites precedent. Just talk about it. He knows his stuff. Organization, rapport. Again, you can be a little tongue in cheek about this, like just noting what's good, what's bad. If you think they're good or bad, that's fine. Their teaching methods, their classroom management, how they use time, sensitivity. Again, you don't have to love these people. You may say they're good, they're bad. Number 10 is optional, but you can be, again, a little silly with this. Like if I was using Yoda, his classroom is a swamp. So maybe it's not the most healthy area, but it's just kind of getting you used to observing how someone teaches and like things to look for. And you can just note a couple of these. You can bullet 2 or 3. That's it. That's the assignment this week. I have a lot on here as far as examples. I think there's the form again. Is that the? There's a few on here if you want. Dead Poet Society is a very popular one. School of Rock, as you can see. Mrs. Frizzle, I've seen a lot. Magic School Bus, but whole bunch of just famous teachers, but they don't necessarily have to be teachers. It can be someone who does teaching. It's just teachers is usually just the easiest way to go. Um, I think I do not watch this show, but I have seen some people use Abbott Elementary. If you watch that on ABC, that is totally fine. Um, this is assignment. If I had you for 150, you might have done something like this. I haven't taught 150 in a little bit now, but I had some people do Padlets and they kind of did some things similar to this, not quite in this detail or right off of a form. But if you want to get an idea about like the length that people would write, that's something like this was about being a mentor and a counselor and their instructional skills. As you can see, this person put like about a paragraph. And I think that's fine for each one, 3 to 4 sentences. Um, you can also, here's some sample, ones that you can also do. There's tons of YouTube videos if you want to pop up Matilda Star Wars. I'll try to add to this. I think the list here is a little better. Indiana Jones, he is a teacher. There's a legitimate line where he says, it's someone that says, "Aren't you a teacher?" And he says, I think something like part-time. Um, again, tongue in cheek, just kind of like look for their skills. I just want you to look for these because again, it's something you're going to have to do when you do the reflection for EdCPA. And I thought it'd be kind of fun before we got on break. That